Now, girl, y'all heard the latest about Joseline, girl. They said, I didn't say it, but they said Joseline is older than what she told us. And they said she's still married to a clear man. Is y'all ready to talk about it? Let's juice.
Come on, Blazer.
It's a beef for me.
Wah 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Voodoo Doll TV back with a quick little juice or whatever the case may be. And bitch, we got a juice Joseline Hernandez, aka the Puerto Rican princess, aka Chanelica Benincourt, or whatever they say her name is. Y'all remember Jessica Dime exposed her real name, Chanelica? Anyways, so look. Girl, it's been a lot going on. Now, this person, Girl Is That Legal. That's the name of her channel. Girl Is That Legal. What she does is she basically, I don't know if she's an attorney. I think she's an attorney, but she's able to go in people's backgrounds and all of that and expose what's real tea and what they be telling us on TV be fake, girl. I had seen her do it to, who was the other person she did it to? I can't remember. Tasha K. Was it Tasha K? Yeah, she did it to Tasha K, girl. But look, so she went online and got all of Joseline Hernandez's background tea, girl, all the tea about who she really is, and we found out through this. Now, this is what they said. I didn't say it, but they said Joseline Hernandez is at least 10 years older than she say she is. What they say, she is 36. They said she not even from Puerto Rico, girl. And they also said that Joseline Hernandez is married to a clear man currently to this day, which means she can't marry ballistic. And let's talk. They also said that she is still married to this man and been married to this man for years, bitch. Now, I want to let y'all hear what the lady from Girl Is That Legal had to say. She's going to start off talking about Stevie J exposing her years ago when they was going back and forth to court behind this doggone restraining order or something like that. And then she's going to get into the clear man that Joseline Hernandez married to, girl. Let's get into it.
Chanelica. I'm gonna go with Chanelica. We don't pronounce this. Chanelica she also says is her alter ego. She says when she was stripping back when she was 23, we'll get to that. When she was stripping back when she was 23, she was too young to strip as a minor, and she started as a minor. She was too young to strip and use the alias. This is what she says. All right, but our records show Chanelica is actually 46. It's Chanelica J. Betancourt. She has a longer middle name. And we're going to go through this because I saw different numbers in her file. And so at the end of this, I want to know what you think in the comments. Do you think she's 36, 46, whatever number she's given us here? So part of how we came to this is when I did her search, and initially this started, I did the search because I was curious about her getting arrested after the fight this summer at the fight in Sunrise, Florida. So I wanted to see those documents because it stated that she had gotten arrested for domestic violence. And I thought, well, that's strange. I thought she got arrested. It was both. When I put her name in though, let me see if I can zoom in a little more. Ooh, let me go back. When you put her name in, all of her aliases come up. So basically her real name is Chanelica Betancourt, which you'll see here. She's got 4 cases. So this first case is the state of Florida versus Chanelica Junian Betancourt, felony. Look at this, filing date, 1997. Now, Miss Thing wants us to believe that today, she's 36 years old. If that were the case, then her birthday would be in 1984. Oops, sorry. 1984. Let's do this math. You got it. Let's get back to the thing. All right. So yes, if she was the 36, let me see. 1986, correction. Her birthday would be in 1986. Therefore, that would mean her first felony charge that she received would have been when she was 11. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I know they like to overcharge Black kids, but no. And this one, I believe we're going to get into what it was, but I believe this first charge was like grand grand theft auto and stuff like that, you don't get charged on an adult docket. Also, if she was actually 11 years old, it would not be charged as a felony. And most importantly, visible to the public. It would be a juvenile offense. And juvenile offenses are always sealed to the public. All right. Oh, let's go over the other offenses on here. She's got a felony. She's got some traffic stuff. And then this last one you see down here is the domestic violence and the assault charge that was against Ballistic and the girl Big Lex. You see the date here is, I think that's June 13th, 2023, and it says pending. So I bring your attention to this because of the fact that you got her name on the first three are all Shanelica Betancourt. Shanelica Betancourt. Shanella. Betancourt. But the last one is the only one where her name is Joseline Hernandez. And it's all the same person. But interestingly, the Joseline Hernandez one is the only one that reflects the age that she wants us to believe of 36. Again, this was one of her older charges that she got. Oops, let's go back. Her older charges, and this one, her date of birth was 77, 6/18/77, a little more like it. It also lists her race as Black. Some days she's white, some days she's whatever else. All right, and this is the arrest from the summer in June, right? Notice it has her age as 36 years old. But what does it say above that? It says admitted age. Admitted age. So what that means is she never handed over her ID. And that makes sense because she's charged with assaulting police officers, domestic violence. Like, she was going straight wild and crazy, okay? She went crackhead on them. So obviously the police are not able to confirm her ID and get it from her. Instead, when they arrested her, they knew that they were coming to her dressing room, right? They knew who she was. They knew that they were going to escort a celebrity out of her green room. So they knew that she was Joseline, and that was the name that they knew her by. So that's likely why she got charged under that name. But notice, if you look further down, her, quote, aliases are listed, which is Shanelica Betancourt, Joseline Hernandez, and Joseline Diaz Hernandez. These here have the 1986 date of birth, which is the one that she gives people. And it's November 3rd. Keep in mind, she likes to tell people her birthday is November 3rd, 1986. For obvious reasons. TV, makeup, all of that looks great. But it just didn't add up. Now we know the only way she could be 36 is if she was 11 years old when she got her first felony charge. And stay with me. And there's more. Somebody said Joseline being 36 is crazy to me. Because, like, after a while, you really do have to stop acting like a plum fool. Fair enough. All right. So when I was further looking through the records, I'm going to pull this down. When I was further looking through the records about her age, I was like, well, are we sure we got the same person? Blah, blah, blah. So then that's when I did another search. And I went all the way back. I was like, wait a minute. And I found this deed here to a home that she owns with another man named Matthew Tremelin. One of her other names is actually Shanelica Tremelin. This is her husband. Ballistic isn't her husband because she's still married. She's still married to this gentleman named Matthew Tremelin. So of course I was like, but how long? When did, are we sure? Did this happen? So this is her address. And actually, let me see if I can get back to it. On one of her criminal charges, are we sure? Did this happen? So this is her address. And actually, let me see if I can get back to it. On one of her criminal charges that lists her home address, it lists the exact same address. Oh, I redacted it. It lists the exact same address as on this deed, right? So pay attention to this. Oops. It lists the same address on the deed, which she doesn't live in. Now, mind you, when I was looking up her charges, one of her charges in 2003 That was like for her basically prostituting, exposing herself, one of the two. Now, mind you, if she had actually been born in 1986, she would have been a teen prostitute. Again, if you're a teen prostitute, it's going to go under juvenile. It won't be visible to the public. And they probably don't call CPS. They probably definitely calling CPS. All right, so this is actually data from the home that Joseline owns with her husband, not ballistic, but Matthew. Hi, Matthew, if you're watching. Sorry that we have to bring you into this. I'm sure you're a really nice man. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking about it. And clearly you see here that the deed lists ownership as husband and wife. Again, Shanelica Tremelin. There are additional records that list her as Shanelica Tremelin or Shanelica Betancourt Tremelin. Hold on, let me go back to the first one. Yeah, so we've got, so it goes back here, his name, her name, same address, husband and wife. So I'm like, interesting. So I'm trying to figure out like, well, how long have they been married? And are they still married? I find in the deed records, here's this affidavit of continuous marriage that Joseline had to sign in 2019, correction. Her and him both had to sign in 2019. And usually that happens because the title company doesn't believe you're still married to the person. So in America, if you're getting an owner-occupied home loan, or if you're refinancing your house, which is what they were doing, they were refinancing their house. If you're refinancing, you get a much lower rate if it's an owner-occupied, meaning the husband and wife live there, as opposed to it being a vacation home or something like that. So it appears that the title company, when they were doing their due diligence, in order for you to get that refinancing at that lower rate, they have to confirm that you are both still husband and wife and that you both live in the house. Otherwise, you have to get a different type of loan, which is going to be much higher interest. And remember, back in 2019, those interest rates were like 3%, 3.5%. They were super low. Right? Of course, he's mad at outside of child support court because he don't like supporting his kids. And when he was upset, TMZ was there and he went off to TMZ on about Joseline. And Stevie says, according to TMZ, it says Stevie came out firing with juicy details about his Love and Hip Hop Atlanta ex, hoping that he'd persuade the judge to extend a restraining order that he got against her last month. In his docs, Stevie J stated that Joseline's real name is Shanelica June Ann Betancourt, that she's 39, not 29, and she isn't even from Puerto Rico, and that she might still be married to someone else, and that the baby in her belly probably ain't his. Oh, so correction, this wasn't child support court yet, because she was still pregnant. This was restraining order court because they're not toxic. So again, Stevie J tried to warn us, but don't nobody believe Stevie J. Like, why would you do this all this time? But when I thought about it, and I thought about the facts that she shared recently, right? Which was, she was simply going to the studio with I believe it was one of her friends, one of her artists. She wasn't planning on it, but she meets Stevie J. Stevie J then says, hey, you need to meet Mona Scott. She sits down with Mona Scott, and Mona Scott says, you have to be on this show. And therefore, we have to give you this storyline to fill the spot of the other couple that just quit, before they even started filming. It would make sense that she would be married, have to hide it, and not have the opportunity to, get a divorce. Also, she might still love that man, right? Who knows? That was, what was that, 2012, 2013? She might have still loved that man. And they may have had an understanding like, hey, we're poor. I'm about to go on this show and see what I can do for my music career so I can help us. So as I was looking through that, so this is him, y'all. This is him on the left. This is him. And let me go to the next one. I don't want y'all to confuse him. This is him. This white man. It gets weirder. So this is Matthew. And he's also an author. He does a few things. So the other page was he works for like, it looks like a good company, a diabetic company. He's a founder of this. So he's kind of smart, which surprised me because she doesn't seem to attract people who can count to 10. But I guess so. But this is what his bio says, okay? It says, I was born and raised in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Now, what did it say their address was? I was born and raised in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, in a family of 3 brothers and sisters. I was the youngest, blah, 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 nobody cares. The next paragraph, he says, I spent a good portion of my life writing music. I have always enjoyed writing music and poetry because of the challenge of making it rhyme. My father, he must be a rapper. He likes rapping and songwriting. My father used to talk a lot about writing children's books, and eventually his desire became my desire. I love listening to my parents read books. Okay, nobody cares about that. Final paragraph. I now have a family of my own. My wife, Shelly, and I have 3 children, a 17-year-old daughter, a 10-year-old son, and a 2-year-old daughter. They were my inspiration for writing this series of children's books. Okay. So, when I read that, I was like, wait. I'm like, wait a minute. So I'm like, maybe I have the wrong person. Because this lady, this wife lady, her name is Shelly, which is kind of short, kind of close to Shinelika, like it's similar, right? So I was like, could I have gotten the names of the dates wrong? But again, we confirmed the address for Shinelika Junan. Who else's middle name is going to be Junan? Shinelika Junan Betancourt, which became Tremelin, confirmed that address with this. And then basically it appears that she goes on Love and Hip Hop, probably with the goal to get them both on. He likes writing music and probably like writing lyrics and stuff like that. Maybe wanted to be a rapper, who the hell knows? And maybe she felt like, hey, just don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. I'm going to get us on. Don't say nothing. Okay, you can't say nothing. That's what she probably told him. Somebody said, Matthew better run. He should run. And at this point, though, we're now 17 years later. Somebody said, put up a banner and say allegedly. But let me show you what I did find. Here's what I did find. This is the marriage certificate, the marriage license for Joseline, which is Shinelika June Ann Betancourt Tremelin. So she gets married and changes it to Tremelin, and Matthew Lewis Tremelin. It says that they were married 3/21/1997 in Fort Lauderdale. Now, if we're going by her birth date, where she says was 1986, she would have been 11 years old when she got married.
So, girl, what y'all think about that? First of all, this my only thing with Shanelika. This my only thing. First and foremost, I get why she would say she's younger. I get that part, because in Hollywood, they don't like working with the older women. However, I've always questioned her authenticity with her saying if she was black or white. I've always done that because it just never really, truly, completely made sense to me. And I know in the Hispanic community, a lot of women who look like Joseline can claim either or. Now, it looks right here in this video right here that she's a little polished. You know what I mean? However, she can go either side. She can say I'm white or Caucasian, or she can say she's black. And I believe personally, this whole recent I'm black, you act like you not black, and with what's that girl name? The bald head biracial girl. What's the girl name, y'all? Amber Rose. That whole thing back and forth, I think she's having identity issues, but I also think the heifer might be an identity thief. Do you hear me? That lady pulled up marriage certificates. That lady pulled up all type of stuff for this girl. And one thing I found very interesting as far as the age thing, her alleged felony at would have been the age of what the lady said, 11 or something. Girl, Joseline's whole life is a lie. Only thing she did tell the truth about on this Carlos King interview was she really did say that she didn't know Stevie and she met him and he took her straight to Mona. Now that's the only thing I feel like was truthful. And it's just me speculating because I feel like the bitch's whole existence on TV has been a lie. And that's just that, girl. That's a lot for me, y'all. What y'all think about this? And why do y'all feel like Carlos didn't, well, that's his friend. He didn't want to expose her, but Carlos was making it seem like this girl is something else that she ain't. And girl, I don't think Chanelica at this point know who Chanelica is. And what y'all think about her being married to a white man? Yes, ma'am. Yes, God. Is married to a white man, girl. Now that was big. And he looked like a white man. You know, he not like a wigger. Y'all know what I'm talking about? You know how you get the white boys who hang around all the black people, so they pick up the slangs and the lingo and the way they talk and all of that. No, baby, she was with a white man. Girl, this is a lot going on. I don't know what's going on. What y'all think about this? Drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all thought. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on all the platforms, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.